The Rethinking Pharma Summit 2012 in Berlin brought together for the first time more than 80 international decision makers that shared their visions on the future business of pharma.
These kinds of summits or conferences really plant those seeds for the kind of collaboration that can come from here. That's very exciting.
Well, everybody brings a different perspective. Everybody's thought about problems from a different angle, and no individual has thought about every possible angle. So whenever many people come together, many smart people, many people with high levels of responsibility who have put a lot of thinking into their problems, you always come away with many new aspects.
Traditional business models in the pharmaceutical industry are slowly dying out. Over 2/3 of the European and US decision makers in the pharmaceutical sector no longer regard traditional strategies and marketing channels as viable, according to a study by Booz & Company published in May.
Everybody says that drugs will not be the only and most important aspect of the pharmaceutical industry in the future. And I still am inclined to doubt that a little bit. I think that new drugs, new biologicals, new vaccines remain of the utmost importance, and we should find ways in order to make sure that these can be actually financed.
The challenge for decision makers is to now seek out new approaches to cushion the shrinking margins, expiring patents and growing regulatory pressures. Various innovation leaders from the healthcare industry in the US and Europe, including decision makers from the sector and also those from clinics, authorities and other non-related specialist fields, shared their ideas and strategies as well as new approaches for their future viability.
It's true that this industry, the pharma industry, needs to rethink the way it works, rethink its business model, the way they make money, the services and products that they provide to the patients, and the focus on health outcome, which drives everything.
At the evening reception, participants and speakers had the opportunity to consolidate new relationships in a relaxed and informal setting.
The creativity is limited, and maybe also the resources are much more limited. So actually we are always blaming pharma to be too conservative, to be too slow. But today I learned that at the end they may have the biggest creativity from all the stakeholders, and they should be in the driver's seat of changing the model.
The Rethinking Pharma Summit by EUROFORUM, a multinational melting pot of ideas for the pharmaceutical industry. Rethinking Pharma. It's time for a change. See you next year. EUROFORUM. Quality in business information.